Hi guys, my name's Sophia. I am an IB junior. I'm from Florida and I am the new host of this channel. Yay! So yes, I'm an IB student just like you guys, having that daily struggle, that, you know, the struggle. And today I'm here to talk about something we all dread and we all think about, the EE. So this is actually going to be a 1 out of 4 part series about the EE. So you're going to get this video and then there's going to be 3 more telling you more information and different stuff to know. This video is going to be about which EE subject you should choose and which ones maybe you shouldn't choose. So to start off, I think I should explain what the EE is, just in case you don't know or you're a little bit confused. The EE is a 3,500 word to 4,000 word essay that is mandatory by IB. So now going into the different group subjects that you can choose and a little bit about them and what categories they fall under. Before we start, I just want to let you guys know that there's some documents down in the description box. They're going to give you some more information about the EE and just different general information. Alright, so let's get started with the groups. So I'm actually going to group together group 1 and group 2, but group 1 is studies in language and literature, and then group 2 is language acquisition. Unless you actually have a really big passion in writing and really excel in it, we kind of recommend that you should stray away from like English EEs because for several reasons. So a lot of students, when they do English EEs, they tend to forget to include their personal judgment and overuse historical and biographical information. And studies actually show that students tend to use secondary sources in place of their own personal opinions and vocabulary. Also, there's just, in general, there's not a lot of room for research within literature. So if you're going to pick something related to English for your EE, make sure you are really passionate about English writing and you're very, very good at it. Group 3 is individuals and societies. This is actually a really popular EE subject because there's hardly like any limitations on what you can and can't do. It's so broad of a group that a lot of students choose this one because there's so many different aspects of it that you can talk about. You can write about geography, economics, business, management, history, and so on. So I'm actually going to go into economics and history under category 3 and tell you guys a little bit about those topics if you choose them. So usually within economics, there's not a lot of personal research done by students or focus on economic theory or just general analysis of it. If you choose economics, you want to make sure you define all key terms within the text. Make sure to avoid what-if questions, and you want to make sure that your topic is narrowed down to something specific. So you want a specific and small case study that you're focusing on. As for history, a lot of students struggle with the reliability of their secondary sources. It's actually a good idea not to use too many websites. Believe it or not, your history bibliography is going to be twice as long as the bibliography for other subjects. You want to avoid doing the structure of arguments for followed by arguments against and then ending that with a conclusion saying that both sides are equally valid. You don't want to be too neutral within your EE, but at the same time you want to make sure that you're not leaning too much to one side and you're being one-sided within your argument. Now we're going on to group 4, which is science. A science EE is going to actually be a lot more work than a lab report or your traditional science fair experiment. You must be able to master conducting experiments, taking down data, and providing top-of-the-line analysis. More so than any other group, group 4 is going to be one that requires a really clear idea of what you're doing and what you think the outcome will turn out to be. You don't want to pick something that has no variation between your variables, but you also don't want to pick something that's done in every standard science textbook. A lot of students lack on their personal input, too weak of a conclusion, and also struggle with analysis of their sources and methods used within the experiment. Now on to group 5, which is mathematics. So if you're taking HL mathematics, you enjoy it, you don't struggle too much with the material, you should definitely go ahead and choose mathematics as your EE. You should do your research, look into other past EEs done on mathematics, and convince yourself that it's going to be just as challenging as any other EE. Students tend to overlook a math EE, so if you really do enjoy math, you should just go for it and do it. And contrary to other extended essays, the math EE is going to be actually about 2,500 words. Your ability to challenge yourself will not go unnoticed by IB EE examiners. And finally, the last group is group 6, the arts. If you actually plan on going on to university and studying a degree in the arts, you should definitely pick the arts as your EE. It's going to give you a lot of insight into what it's like to deeply research something, and that'll probably benefit you later on to know if you really do want to pursue the arts in college. It does involve a lot of creativity and thought, so if you're not really involved in your group 6 subject and you don't really enjoy your current art courses, you definitely should not try to do an EE on the arts. Don't expect it to be any less than any of the other groups. It's just as challenging, and it's going to require a really high level of analysis and just as much as all the other groups. In conclusion, you should do a lot of research on the EE that you want to do. Make sure it's something that you like. Also, make sure that it's one of your HL classes. It's not really a good idea to pick an SL class for your EE because you don't really have as much detail or knowledge about the course as you would for an HL class. Just remember to choose wisely and make sure it's something you're interested in, because that's going to help out a lot when you're doing your EE. How many times have I said EE in this video? This video is actually out of a chapter from a book called 45 Tips, Tricks, and Secrets to be a successful IB student. Dang it, it's for the successful IB student. You can get that holy book right here. Also, check out the Smart IB app. There's going to be way more information on there about the EE for you guys if you need any personal help. There's a bunch of more information for you guys and free IB resources on the IB Survivors website. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video helped you pick your EE. Alright, I'll see you guys next time in another video.